Hey, it's great to see you guys.
It's great to see you, Leo.
So, do I know you, man?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 behind-the-scenes secrets from That 70s Show.
Man, we always think of so many brilliant things down here, but then later I can't remember any of them. I mean, they're brilliant, man!
For this list, we'll be looking at fun facts and surprising truths about everyone's favorite sitcom about the 1970s that aired in the 1990s and 2000s. Hello, Wisconsin. Okay, we had to do it. Now, leave us a comment below. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
Girl, you got that fire. You're my soul's desire. Fire, burn until we higher.
Number 10. The cast had a pre-show ritual. Anyone who played high school sports is familiar with the ritual of putting your hands on top of each other, then breaking while all screaming something like win, go team, or champions. Well, this ritual isn't just for high school athletes.
Performance! You know what's sad? This is the proudest day of my life.
Jerry, Kramer, Elaine, and George used a pinky version for their contest, while the cast of That 70s Show used the classic hand-in version before the filming of each episode.
You guys, guess what all of us are doing on Sunday afternoon?
As Wilmer Valderrama explained it, they would put their hands in, select a word that described the episode, then break. And as the seasons went on, says Valderrama, the words, quote, became more and more ridiculous.
You get the walk down, right?
There you go.
And then you're rolling up.
Number 9. Mila Kunis lied about her age.
What'd they get you for?
For loving me.
Because she's like 14?
When the That 70s Show producers started casting for the show, there was a policy put in place that all the actors had to be at least 18 years old. But Mila Kunis wasn't 18 when she auditioned. She wasn't 17 or 16 either.
Tell our private conversation so the people might go, we have to go on private conversations.
Kunis was a 14-year-old in grade 9 when she auditioned for the role of Jackie Burkhart. So how'd she get the role? She lied about her age.
So I go in and I do the audition and I'm fine, and then I go to network and they ask me, how old are you? And I said, I'm gonna be 18. I never said when.
Well, she didn't tell them that it was going to be in 4 years.
That's fibbing. That's
not lying, right? It's just
I agree with you.
little white fib.
Yeah,
right,
it's
of
very
course.
creative.
Number 8. Will Forte turned down SNL for That 70s Show. Yes, it's true. The man who would one day give us MacGruber was a writer and producer on That 70s Show. And while that was a good gig, his ultimate dream was always to be on Saturday Night Live.
Jackie, don't go home. I mean, Steve Martin's hosting Saturday night.
I hate that show, okay? They have these commercials that you think are real, but they're not real. And then you want to buy the stuff.
But when SNL came calling, he actually turned them down. As he told IndieWire, quote, if I do it and then fail, then I've destroyed my dream. And if I don't do it, then somehow the dream is still out there.
You give up this wonderful writing job that you've worked so hard to get. I was just terrified I was not gonna do a good job.
While not everyone gets a second chance at SNL, Forte did. And the second time they asked, he said yes.
I'm so happy that they came back, because it really was a huge mistake that was made out of a bundle of fears.
Number 7. Ashton Kutcher had never acted before. Apparently experience is overrated. At least as far as the acting experience of 2 of the main cast members was concerned.
So you feel tons better, right?
Oh, yeah!
For both Topher Grace and Ashton Kutcher, That 70s Show was their first ever professional acting job.
Oh, that's right. You were going to be a bioengineer.
Yeah, he was the biochemical.
You kind of gave all that stuff up for acting.
Yeah.
You happy about that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
And while Topher had at least done some high school plays, Ashton's resume prior to his casting was as a model for Calvin Klein. Although the producers were convinced of his ability, the same cannot be said for Kutcher at the time, who was afraid his acting was so bad he was going to be fired at any moment.
We didn't know if we were going to have a job, so that was always my worry. The whole time I was like, I'm going to get canned.
Number 6. The smoke in the circle was real. Wait, Before you ask how they were able to get away with smoking pot on the set of a big-time television production, we said the smoke was real, not the marijuana.
It's because you are decent, good-hearted, and pure. You know, it's easy.
And by real, we don't just mean the movie smoke that the crew would fill the scene with. Because as actor Danny Masterson has confessed, he, Ashton Kutcher, and Laura Prepon were all smokers at the time and would puff on cigarettes during those scenes.
I'm running a dojo of coolness. Jackie, demonstrate.
Oogly.
Supposedly, the strawberry-scented movie smoke masked the smell of the cigarettes, although that smell combo doesn't sound very appealing to us.
I just totally forgot why I was laughing.
Number 5. Chuck Norris was the producer's first choice to play Red Foreman. They say that time waits for no man, unless that man is Chuck Norris.
Don't you ever get tired of harassing me?
I'm not here to harass you. I'm here to threaten your life.
But even Chuck Norris, the man who once won a game of Connect 4 in 3 moves, couldn't find the time to play Red Foreman on That 70s Show. He was offered the role of the patriarch of the Foreman family, but at the time, he was also starring in Walker, Texas Ranger, and he just didn't have the time for Red also.
Chuck Norris's tears cure cancer. Too bad he never cries, ever.
And while we think Kurtwood Smith ended up being the best choice for the role, we have to admit that seeing Norris threaten the kids with a roundhouse kick foot in the ass would have been pretty awesome.
Hey, Lego my ego.
Hey, Lego my foot in your ass.
Number 4. That 70s Show wasn't the original title.
I was reading for a bunch of different pilots at the time. The really weird thing is I didn't even know, because it wasn't called The 70s Show at that time.
Wasn't Kids Are All Right or
Teenage Wasteland.
The show's producers went through a number of different names before finally settling on That 70s Show, which for the record, we think is an awesome title. But originally, they wanted to call it Teenage Wasteland, and also considered The Kids Are All Right and Feelin' All Right. We aren't sure why Feelin' All Right didn't happen, but the other two were nixed when The Who wouldn't give them the rights to their song lyrics and song title respectively. Then one day, Bonnie Turner, one of the show's co-creators, just came up with That 70s Show, reasoning that that was how people would end up referring to it regardless of what the title was. Number 3. Mila Kunis' first kiss was with Ashton Kutcher.
Why are you still waiting?
I want it to be really, really special.
There's no doubt that when That 70s Show premiered, there were many girls and guys who dreamt about getting their first kiss from Ashton Kutcher. A dream that came true for Mila Kunis, who has admitted to crushing on her co-star big time while filming the show.
That moment that you hear or see in movies where like your heart skips a beat,
Yeah.
and it happened with Ashton, and I was like, stop it.
So much so that the kissing scene made her very nervous and uncomfortable to film.
Please stop touching each other. It gives me neat.
And if you're wondering how that made Kutcher feel at the time, well, he didn't know. And as he told People magazine in 2001, he's glad he didn't know because knowing, quote, would have been too much pressure.
It's okay. The important thing is, I'm here with you.
Number 2, Tommy Chong had a good reason for missing seasons 5 and 6. That is, if you consider being in jail a good reason, which we do. Although the goodness of the reason Tommy ended up in prison is debatable.
One thing that happened that was great was that you became even more of a hero to the cannabis community.
Chong's history as one half of the comedic duo Cheech and Chong would lead one to assume the arrest was marijuana related. And it was, but only tangentially.
Hey, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I've indulged once or twice myself.
Really? I'm shocked.
You see, the arrest came when an investigation led to the discovery that Chong was involved with the trafficking of bongs. And although he asked for a sentence of community service, he was given 9 months in prison. After he got out, he was able to return to the show for seasons 7 and 8.
Leo, what are you doing here?
It's like the universe wanted us to find each other, man.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, the original plan was for another actor to play Eric when Topher left. At the start of season 6, Lisa Robin Kelly, the actress who played Eric's sister on the show, was replaced by Christina Moore.
You shouldn't have.
No biggie. And while that was the first time they pulled the actor change up, it almost wasn't the last. You see, when Topher Grace left after the 7th season to focus on his film career, the producers initially considered keeping the character but replacing the actor, in this case with Josh Myers.
Because I gotta say, if this is your idea of a staff meeting, I'd work my butt off.
What the hell, man? I'm in a giving mood right now. You can have the job and do all the work that Leo wasn't doing.
In the end, they decided to send Eric off to Africa and bring Myers in as a different character, Randy. We don't know if audiences would have accepted him as Eric, but we do know that they didn't really dig Randy, and he wasn't seen much in the finale.
This is bad. We destroyed everything. On the bright side, I don't live here.
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.
Don't talk about things that we lovers do. Take care of their heart when they fall for you. Our love was a tale that was never